All right, shalom, shalom. I'm going to start by giving infinite honors and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harachakwadash. Double honors to my teachers, the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who rule well and are worthy of their double honors. Peace and blessing to you, Akim, pushing out this truth across the four corners during these last seconds of time. All right, shalom. Lord willing, this message is edifying. The title of this lesson is going to be the definition of technology. The definition of technology. All right, and Esau Edom, through his technology, ultimately furthers his pseudoscience, which pseudo means false. Science goes into knowledge, so his false knowledge, all right, is driven by his technology, okay, throughout the planet Earth. His agenda, all right, his ability to spread lies, as the scriptures calls him the father of lies. This is John chapter 8, verse 44, red letters, whom the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ, whose Hebrew name is Yahweh Shai. He's speaking. It says, John 8 and 44, ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. That's right, man. And that father of lies is speaking of Esau Edom, chiefly Amalek, who spreads and furthers lies and evil doctrines throughout the planet Earth. All right. And 2/3 of the Lord's own people are likened on to that deceitful, crafty spirit that resides in Esau Edom, as it is written and as it just spoke. He was a murderer from the beginning. That's right, man. So that same spirit that was in Cain dwells in Esau Edom. All right. It was a murderer. Okay. Killed his brother Abel. All right. Just Abel. Okay. Because through the spirit, all right, Abel, which means translatory. All right. Abel was ultimately that sacrifice for the Lord to set up ultimately Seth, which means compensation. Right. But Abel gave up a righteous sacrifice. And due to jealousy, anger, he was murdered by Cain. And that's the same spirit that dwells in Esau Edom. So he uses his technology, all right, which ultimately we're going to get the meaning of that. He uses his technology to further his lies, to further his destruction, all right, to murder, okay? And we're going to see how. That's the word technology. It says, a discourse or treatise of an art of the arts. From Latinized form of Greek, technologia, a systematic treatment of an art, craft, or technique. That's right. An art, craft, or technique. That's ultimately what technology goes into. All right. And the arts, the crafts, the techniques, all right, of Esau Edom, all right, are ultimately deceitful, cunning. Scriptures tell you the serpent was the most subtle beast in the field. All right. That serpent is a representation of Esau Edom and his craftiness, all right, and his ultimate contrary ways, and his system is contrary to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Revelation the 13th chapter, all right, says ultimately by miracles, all right, performed in the sight of the beast, okay, he required them to worship that image, which is ultimately the system, okay, and ultimately through his technology, all right, he's gonna usher in this new form of currency, all right, the charagma, which he will cause it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive this in the right hand or the forehead, all right, or except ye not receive it, ye shall be put to death, man, all right, and he's going to expand his agenda via this technology. We're seeing that there was just a national emergency alert on yesterday, all right, around 1:20 p.m. Central Standard Time, and that national emergency was a quote-unquote test and required the public not to act on it. All right, but we know ultimately that's a sign throughout the earth that Esau Edom is about to come with something very dark and sinister, coupled with the scriptures, also combined together with secular history, identifying who Esau Edom is on the planet Earth, as well as what we're seeing on the television, on the radios, all right, via prophecy. All right. Ultimately, the Lord said the deceived and the deceiver are his. So Esau, Edom, through his technology, he tries to deceive the whole planet Earth. But he's being deceived by it. He's going to be even taken in that. All right. Taken in that craftiness that he's devised, man. All right. It says, originally referred to grammar form techno, combining form of tech, art, skill, craft, and work, method, system, and art, a system or method of making or doing. And that's likened onto the beast in this image is fueled by an agenda, and it's pushed with technology. All right, it's pushed with this new form of technology via the CBDC, central banking digital currency, which is going to ultimately take the place of the paper dollar. All right, the change, the money, right, and replace it with digital, which is going to ultimately lead to the charagma, which they're going to force on the society to take, all right, a device, I'll just say that, as small as a grain of rice, and place it inside your right hand or your forehead, man, with different capabilities. We see those things as well, different capabilities with both, man, buying and selling, trading, all right, also keeping track of you, man, via his technology. All right, now let's dive into the breakdown of tech and logi. It says, craft of weaving or fabricating, or like conducting, constructing, from suffixed form of root text to weave, also to fabricate. All right, so let's keep that in mind. Craft, weave, or fabricate. Now that's what the tech and technology means. All right, to fabricate or to weave. Now let's get the rest of the word. All right, it says logi, word form element meaning a speaking discourse, treatise, doctrine, theory, science. It says word forming element meaning a speaking discourse, treatise, doctrine, theory, science. So it's this word technology is likened onto a fabricated doctrine or fabricated theory. All right, or weaved doctrine, or weaved theory, or weaved science. All right. Now let's get what the word fabricate means, right? We know ultimately what doctrine or theory means, right? We're going to get that too. What the word fabricate means, just diving a little bit more into technology. It's the word fabricate. It says to fashion, to make, to build. From Latin fabricatus, to make, construct, fashion, build. So the word means to make, fashion, build. It says in a bad sense of tell a lie. Tell a lie, right? When you fabricate something, you lie about it, man. You don't tell the truth. And that's what Esau, Edom has been likened unto the father of lies, man. All right, so that we got that word fabricate. Now let's get doctrine, because technology means to fabricate doctrine or fabricate theory. It says doctrine, a body of principles, dogmas, in a religion or field of knowledge, right? And that field of knowledge that Esau, Edom uses is left-handed wizardry, sorcery, technology. Technology is left-handedness, man. But ultimately, the Lord controls both sides, man. The deceived and the deceiver are his. The Lord is controlling both sides. So Esau, Edom, you tapped into that left-handed gift, but the Lord is controlling that whole left-hand side, man. Deceiving you, all right, by the spiritual demon Satan, man. Ultimately, who works for the Most High, who is a henchman for the Most High, and you're the physical counterpart, all right, of Satan, man, walking on the planet Earth. And you're being deceived by Satan, who works for the Most High, man. The book of Job, the 2nd chapter says, all right, there was a day when the sons of God came, all right, and Satan was there among them, right? Why? Because Satan is likened unto a son of the Most High. He's controlled by the Most High, man, on the left-hand side, all right? So now that we had that word technology, which means a fabricated doctrine or a lying doctrine, right? Let's keep that in our minds, because the scriptures also ultimately tell us how to be, all right, when it comes to doctrine. This is Titus 1:9, holding fast the faithful word as he had been taught, that he may be able by sound doctrine both to exhort and to convince the gainsayers. And that's likened unto the apostles on down to the least of us, man. Having that quality of faith, all right? The apostles, the elders, bishops, all right? Camp heads, all the way on down to the least of us, man. All right? Having that sound doctrine, okay? Ultimately, we have phones, we have computers, but what are these ultimately devices ultimately do what? The scriptures tell us we're not ignorant of them, so we know what technology serves its purpose for in this society. We're not ignorant of that. We know that these phones, these computers, they're ultimately given forth in the society to do the will of the Lord, just like we are. So through these phones, computers, we do the will of the Lord. Contact brothers, upload videos, go on the World Wide Web, research, read, write, okay? Take notes of these things, watch, okay? We use these things for our good, man, all right? It's Titus 1:9. Again, holding fast the faithful word as he had been taught, that he may be able by sound doctrine both to exhort and to convince the gainsayers. And that's likened on to the word, what the word does, man. All right, that word jinn goes into basically roughly paraphrasing like a genie, and that's likened on to the word, right? All right, when you start bringing out precepts upon precept, line upon line, all right, the spirit starts rolling, and the word will basically convict, all right, a person, convict the world, man. All right. Ultimately convict you to guilt or convict you to freedom, man. These words set you free, man. All right. Technology doesn't. Technology means to fabricate doctrine. All right. Or to tell a lie through theories, man. That's what technology is. And we see it, man. We see what ultimately Esau Edom uses his technology to do, to enslave the masses. All right. To further his agenda in this society, not the Lord's agenda, his own agenda, man. All right. So let's get this one real quick. Bear with me, Akim. This is Psalms 140:8. It says, grant not, O Lord, the desires of the wicked, further not his wicked device, lest they exalt themselves. That's right. And ultimately, if Esau Edom's wicked device, all right, this charagma, Revelation 13:16, if it was ultimately furthered, all right, these wicked at least would exalt themselves into the seat of the Most High. Right? Tells you that in Ezekiel. Speaking of Esau Edom, he sits himself as if he is the Most High. And then we can clearly see that because he's trying to put the charagma inside of everybody so you can become property of his. We're properties of the Most High, man. All right? So your fabricated lies, your fabricated doctrine ultimately cannot stand, Esau. All right? You will be met by the right-hand side of the Father, man, which is Yahweh Shai, which is this word, all right, trickling on down to his men, all right, which are foot soldiers in the Lord's spiritual army. Lord willing, this message was edifying. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Call Haloyim Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Harachak Wadash. Double honors to my teachers, the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the sincere, pushing out this truth across the four corners. Until next time, Kwame Yashala, Shalom.